The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate, where can you get a good deal on investment property? Also, if you own a house, you should check out your roof. And my buddy is here running for office. We'll visit with her. It's all just ahead. That You Have Real Estate.
Your debt does not have to control your life. You have the power to potentially lower or even eliminate your debt. I'm attorney Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life.
You Have Real Estate is proudly sponsored by Renewal by Andersen, your full-service window and door replacement company. Learn more at rbafla.com.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate, as always, brought to you by my great friends at Renewal by Andersen. I am your host, Justin Clark. A wonderful show ahead for you today, but first, the opening statement. I know, I hear your questions. You're buying real estate. You've heard of this NAR settlement. What do you really need to sign with your agent? It's a great question. Also, you live in Lake County. Who should you be voting for this August? Another wonderful question. Questions that we will answer by asking real questions. Every weekend here on the program, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Very happy to kick it off with two wonderful real estate professionals. Addie Owens is here. Hi, Addie. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you.
Ben Aicher's here. Ben, how are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Thank you.
Let's start with the NAR. We're going to talk about your campaign in a minute, of course, because I'm super supportive of what you got going on in Lake County. But I want to talk about NAR a little bit first, because I think it is confusing right now, especially for buyers, because they're not used to really signing any agreements with their agent and just kind of like going on the internet, hitting a couple buttons and going to look at houses. I mean, I think the NAR settlement really is changing things a little bit for buyers, Ben. How do you see it working?
Yeah, absolutely. So when the NAR first came out with this, they said, hey, we are going to have a buyer sign a buyer-broker agreement for every single showing that they're going to be doing with a real estate agent, with a buyer's agent. Now Zillow has come out recently and said, hey, we are proposing a 7-day buyer-broker agreement, which in my eyes is a really great thing because it's giving the agent an opportunity to really audition to become their buyer's agent and their representation. It's going to give 7 days to say, hey, let me show you how I can provide you value. Let me show you how I can save you money, or, you know, be in your corner throughout this process. Yeah. Personally, I don't see it changing a whole lot because at the end of the day, a seller never had to pay a buyer's agent. It was never something that was required at all.
Sure.
Now, obviously, it's not going to be able to be advertised on the MLS that seller is going to be compensating a buyer's agent. However, it's going to put a little bit more power in a seller's hands in regards to negotiating offers and really seeing what's going to be best fit per case by case, excuse me.
Addie, how, if any way, do you see the NAR settlement changing real estate?
Honestly, the overarching process, not substantially. You know, the process is still the same. You're going to find a buyer's agent. You're going to look on the internet, find the house that you're attracted to, and go see the house. The only thing that's different is signing that agreement. And really, it's a great opportunity for buyers to totally understand that the services that the buyer's agent are providing. So, as with anything, read your contracts before you sign them.
Let's have an honest chat for a moment. You two might not want to admit it, but I will. So once you work in real estate for a while, you know you've really made it when you're like, I don't have to work with buyers anymore. I'm just doing listings. Okay, you don't have to admit it, but I know how it goes. Some of that's because buyers can go show 100 houses to one client, at least back in the day, and then that person could just go hire find something on the internet, and that buyer's agent will not get paid for all their time. I mean, in some ways, Ben, this could be good for buyer's agents?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, when you have a buyer that's signing a buyer-broker agreement, it now contractually binds both the buyer's agent and the buyer. So it kind of prevents the situation where, like you said, you show a buyer 100 homes and they walk into a new construction community, sign the dotted line right there on a Saturday without you there, and you know that kind of is what it is.
Exactly.
So in my eyes, it's a good thing for buyer's agents.
Yeah, you've worked in real estate, Addie, for a long time. Then you got on boards and you kind of worked your way up. But now you've said that you really want to effectuate change on an even bigger level, and you threw your name out there for state rep. I think it's 26, right? Yeah. District 26, Lake County. Big supporter of you, as you know. Why did you make this decision?
I really just want to affect positive change in Lake County and keep Florida as healthy as it is. I mean, it's a very vibrant state. As you can see, just in the past 5 years alone, what we've been able to achieve economically is unmatched across the country, and we need to fight to keep it that way. So.
Got it. A little bit of drama in Lake County recently. Lake County is a wonderful place to live. Yeah. When you get into office, what can you do to really help the people of Lake County?
My number one priority is infrastructure issues in Lake County. We're in a real estate show, but we've had major rapid construction over the last 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And people are feeling it in a big way, in a negative way. Their roads are inadequate, the schools are inadequate. I mean, the schools are doing the best with what they have. We have incredible teachers, but we don't have enough facilities. Our infrastructure is inadequate for the amount of development that's coming as quickly as it's coming.
And it is coming quickly as well, whether you're in Claremont. But I got a call from someone born and raised in Umatilla the other day saying that a big developer had offered them a very large number and they didn't really know what to do. And I was like, sorry, but I was like, I would take it. It sounds pretty good to me. You know, they've been sitting on this land for a long time. That's happening a lot in Lake County.
It is happening a lot, and you can't stop homeowners or property owners from selling to developers.
Yeah.
You know, that the development issue is a county issue, it's a city issue. The infrastructure is a state issue. We need those appropriations back into the district so we can improve the roads, we can improve the schools, and overall the quality of life.
I got it. How can people support you? It's August 26th, right?
August 20th. We're 26th. Well, August 20th is the primaries.
Yes,
so
sorry.
We're not going to count days of filming. But we are coming up. We're within days of early voting. Mail-in voting has already started. Really, I can't win unless you vote. And we need a sound voice at the table up in Tallahassee. And that's what I'm going to bring.
That sound voice is Addie Owens. Please vote for her. Reach out to see how you can help her campaign. She's going to do a great job. Ben, I'd like to see some real estate right now, though, too, if you don't mind. Starting in Orlando, as I wrote the address down, I thought, you're not going to be able to read that when the TV show starts, and I was right. What is 7067? I've got that much.
Yes, 7067 Spring Drop Court in Orlando. It's in the Dr. Phillips district. This is an absolutely beautiful house. It was built 4 short years ago. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, right around 2,700 square feet. Right when you walk in, you notice it's a beautiful open floor plan. Chef's kitchen off to the left with a beautiful granite countertop island. Dual oven. It's a great space to entertain, cook, have friends and family over. Beautiful primary beautiful primary bedroom with access to the pool outside. You have a large primary bathroom as well, his and her closets, dual vanity sinks. It's a great spot to relax at the end of the day. As you go outside, you have accordion style sliding glass doors, in-ground pool, outdoor living space with an outdoor kitchen. It's a great place to enjoy all the beautiful weather that Florida has to offer and entertain friends and family. It's being offered at $1,170,000.
I like it. And then up in Seminole County in Castleberry, 380 Hibiscus.
Yes. So we have 380 Hibiscus Road. This property has been renovated top to bottom. Everything from flooring, interior paint, exterior paint, new kitchen, new bathrooms. It's really well done. It's an absolutely beautiful home on an oversized 0.3 acre lot. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, right around 1,500 square feet. Again, everything has been done in this home, and it's absolutely move-in ready. You have an oversized 2-car garage. I mean, realistically, you could probably fit 3 cars in there. So you have a lot of different options in regards to what you'd want to do with it. But this one's being offered at $380,000.
Or 2 cars and a golf cart.
There we go.
Ben, always a pleasure to see you. But if you'd like to see these properties, 407-205-0400. Good luck, Addie. Anything we can do to help, let us know, okay?
Thank you.
Here's what we're going to do, a very quick break. When we return, Viv's in your neighborhood. What neighborhood is that? As You Have Real Estate continues. Do you have allergies? Do your children have allergies? Well, at least you know in your home you are safe from allergies, right? No, you're not. The windows in your home can be giving allergies a major boost to your family, and this is very scary. Dan Brigman's here, Renewal by Anderson. You think when you're in your house, you're safe from all this outdoor stuff, but you're not.
You're absolutely right. You think so, but what we've learned is as the season gets warmer and these allergies start to come out, what also happens is our AC runs a lot more, right? When your AC runs, remember, there's a return in the house. It's sucking air from somewhere. If you have broken seals in your window, that pollen, those allergenic, anything can be pulled through there. And the more that AC is running, the more those allergies that are coming into your home, and therefore you're waking up stuffed up.
Get your windows checked out. QR code is on the screen right now. You talk about AC, though. When I hear my AC running, I immediately think my electricity bill. Oh, my gosh, it's that time of year where I have to pay a ton of money to my electricity bill. Windows, though, contribute to that bill as well. 100%.
It's time to put a stop to the high energy bills. You have to. And there's a lot of other reasons to make the investment, but that's one of the biggest ones. What will happen is when you replace these windows, which equate to about 25% of the square foot of your home, that's a lot of glass. That's one whole wall of the house. All of that sun beating in, and on even the chilly days, that heat that you have inside going out, that will reduce your energy bill somewhere between the neighborhood of 20 and 30%. In most cases, will reduce that payment enough to pay for the windows themselves.
I love it, Dan. Thank you. Great job as always. Do yourself a favor. Check out your windows today with Renewal by Andersen. Welcome back to the show. Every weekend, thanks to our great friends at Universal Roof and Contracting, Viv goes and visits you in the neighborhood, and today it is Eatonville, home of a lot of history, home of the Mad Crab. Viv's in your neighborhood, Eatonville.
I'm in Eatonville, Florida today, and it's unique because it's the oldest Black incorporated municipality in the United States. Incorporated in 1887, it was the first town successfully established by African-American freedmen. On November 18, 1885, the South 12 acres were deeded to Joseph E. Clark, the founding father and the second mayor of Eatonville. Clark managed to buy additional property from Eaton's tract so that by the time of incorporation, Eatonville's original city limit encompassed over 112 acres. Only 7 miles north of downtown Orlando, this city is unassuming, but an important piece of greater Orlando area. The median household income is about $35,000, and the median home value in 2023 was $270,000. Eatonville was also the home of Zora Neale Thurston, the acclaimed novelist who is best known for her novel, Their Eyes Were Watching God. It's said that a lot of her inspiration for her works were from her childhood in Eatonville. The city has recently spent some money upgrading its main highways. Today's Eatonville is a mix of modern society and old Florida. Bordered by Maitland and Winter Park, it's geographically desirable. The town is now mainly a residential community, but it also has a small number of businesses such as barbershops, restaurants, and several churches that line its main traffic artery, Kennedy Boulevard. You may have seen this building along I-4 that was being built. It will become the headquarters for Holstein Tech Company. If you'd like more information on this city, call me, Vivian Lehman, 407-205-0400.
Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Universal Roof and Contracting, for sending her out on the streets every single week. Speaking of Universal Roof and Contracting, they did my roof. They're fantastic in a business right now that's really struggling. Roofing companies are going out of business left and right. Roofing companies are taking your money and disappearing, or doing a bad job and disappearing and not coming over to fix the problems that they have caused. Justin is here, Corey's here. Here's another thing as a lawyer that I've seen, which is making me very nervous. I'm having clients coming to me saying, I paid a roofing company, now I have a lien on my house. This is scary stuff. Are you seeing this really?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're seeing, you know, we're out in the field. Most homeowners get a few different estimates. Sometimes that's not the case, but we get to see apples to apples. And we're seeing, you know, some estimators coming in sort of low, and you're kind of like, how are they pulling that off? And what we're realizing is, you know, amongst other things, a lot of roofing companies are really struggling. They're trying to keep payroll. They're trying to keep their doors open. So they're just trying to get signatures. And what that means is they're going to sign you, they're going to order materials, they're going to get your roof put on, and there's going to be debt involved, and that debt seems to be allocated towards the supplier. Mm-hmm. And if that supplier doesn't get paid, ultimately a lien can be put on the homeowner. And these are things that we're seeing, and it's scary. And so, you know, we were talking before the show about topics, and it seems like hiring a healthy roofing company is super important right now more than ever.
Unfortunately, in contracting, I see a lot of this, and it seriously is a Ponzi scheme. It's a contractor takes your money, does a little work, then they disappear for a while until they get paid by the next person to come finish your job, and it's not really the way business is supposed to be run. Not the way you guys run a Universal Roofing Contract. You've been around a long time.
No, 31 years now we've been around, right here in the same market, same area of Central Florida. We have offices in Tampa, Jacksonville, and Orlando, but this is our home. This is where we laid down our roots, and this is where we've been for over 3 decades now. And no, we are still under the same name, same ownership from day one, and I think that's what goes a long way in the community. Working with not only a local company, which those are some of the things we just stress to our homeowners as quality questions you need to be asking contractors before you decide to do business with them. Are they local? How long have they been in business? Stuff like that. Right now, the market is pretty saturated with competition, and things are just not being done the right way. And it's almost like it's served a sense of tolerance out there that this is just the way it is now, and it's not. There's such a great way, a better way to approach roofing, and we implement that, and we still do that right true down to our core of who we are. And we're there to serve the homeowner, walk them through all the steps. I can't tell you how many times we're the ones that are winning the business because of something different that we did that served the homeowner's needs that no other contractor is talking about. And that's how we approach roofing every day.
Yeah, you do a great job at it. If you would like to get a quote, you'd like for them to come out to your house and see what's really going on with your roof. Do you need to replace it? Do you need to repair it? It costs you nothing to do that. The QR code is on the screen right now. I'll send Justin or Corey or maybe both. I've been to a roof with both of you there one time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But only Corey went up. Went up. You were like helping me fly the drone.
That's true. I was doing all the hard work, wasn't I?
I was keeping you company on the ground.
I appreciate that very much. QR code on the screen right now. Just take out your phone, shoot the QR code, and it'll go directly to them. Or call the phone number on the screen, 407-205-0400. Low ball, can I say low ball? I think I can, right?
Yeah.
Low ball bids.
Absolutely.
It just seemed weird when it came out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm getting a few quotes. I have one quote that's just way less than the others. Could that be reason for concern?
It's definitely, I mean, this happened to me 2 days ago, and I looked at the numbers. A roof is based on, the pitch, the size, the ventilation, if it's 2 stories, the labor that's going to be involved. Those are very easy things for us to put together, and we fall in line with market prices for labor and materials. And, some of these lowball bids that we're seeing, I did one the other day. I did the math on it, and it was numbers from literally back in 2015.
Really?
And again, that's another reason. It's like, what is this contractor trying to accomplish here? How are they even pulling that off? And so when we look at those scopes of work, what we're seeing is it is not apples to apples. And you look at their scope of work and it's very vague. It just says, architectural shingles or underlayment. They're not telling you what they're putting on your roof. And when you sign that contract, the world is theirs.
Right.
They can slap whatever they want on your roof, and that can void warranties, that can obviously cause issues. And when you invest in something as serious as a roof investment, protecting your biggest asset, you want to make sure it's done by the right people with the right materials, and it's going to last, especially in Florida where it's so brutal on roofs.
And we're talking about 20, 30, 50 years worth of protecting your asset too. I mean, this is a very important decision, obviously. A lot of these companies too who are doing lowball bids, or a lot of the roofing companies out there in general, are not even going to people's houses. I've seen you at my house on my roof. I've shot this TV show with you at one of your customers' houses. You're on the roof. That's an important aspect of really getting an idea of what needs to be done.
Yeah. Probably the most important aspect of it. I mean, to diagnose roofing needs, you really have to put boots on the roof, like we say, and get up close and personal to the problems. You also find a lot of stories told within the attic. So getting into the attic, which is not the best place to be in the summertime in Florida, it is a necessary step in our process because there's so much that we can diagnose from the underside that we can't really see from the top side. It helps us track leaks, find the roots of problems that other contractors simply just skip over. And if they're not showing up to the roof, if they're not coming to the property, if they're not wanting to introduce themselves formally to you, these are all just huge red flags of them kind of showing you how important you are to them to begin with, right? So we are a relationship-driven culture in our office, and that's again, that's just coming from 31 years of experience in doing this. We know that's what matters most. There's 1,000 ways to do a roof. There's only one right way, and we still embody that.
That was good.
Thank you.
That's good.
Did you just come up with that on the spot?
Philosophical this
Does he have
afternoon.
that written on his hand? Unbelievable. But it is very much true. And I've seen it. Again, I've seen it personally. I've seen it through my own clients. You were just talking before the show about one of our clients from the law firm who had hired another roofing company. We had to get involved. We had to sue everybody, essentially. And now I sent them to you, and I couldn't tell you how thrilled he is. And there's just a comfortability factor knowing Universal Roofing Contracting is involved, because I'm telling you, it's you know, your biggest asset. The house is the biggest asset, and the roof is probably the most important part of the house. Real quick, financing available as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Shoot, man, it's tough nowadays, right? We understand this is a big undertaking, you know, a big investment, and nobody's really set up or have that kind of savings to pay for a roof in most situations. And so when we sit down with you, we are going to lay out options, payment plans, things that are going to allow this to be a bite that you can actually take so that you're not taking food off the table.
And it's worth it. Cory, Justin, excellent work as always. Look, do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, hit the QR code on the screen right now or call us and have Universal Roofing Contracting out today. You Have Real Estate continues. Duquesne has become such a big part of our lives. Keeps us cool at the house, of course, too. Sergio has been a big part of that. Introduced us to Duquesne through Old Dash. I'm seeing Duquesne more and more, Sergio. I feel like Duquesne has come into this market and really changed things up in some ways. It's given people an alternative. How is Duquesne really taking over here in this market?
Really well. I mean, we've been here already 7 years, but it's a very competitive market. So coming into the great Central Florida area and having a brand that provides the quality at the right price, you know, it's been very good for us and for the consumer, you know, having this alternative as a value brand.
Yeah, it's been a blessing for us as well. So much so that we're here now at Daytona International Speedway. Did I say it right? We're back in the pits. This is my first time in the pits, by the way.
Wow.
She was bragging the whole time here, like, oh, me and my dad went to the pits all the time. This is my first time in the pits. You're going to be racing the Duquesne car today. How do you feel? Do you feel nerves before the race or no?
Well, yes, a little bit always. I mean, it's a very intense, high adrenaline sport, and you know, you're sitting there, and we're going to be doing the enduro, so it's an hour stint I'll be doing. So a lot of concentration, a lot of sweating in there. So you know, but it's fast.
How hot is it in there for real when you're out there? Yeah,
it get hot, but I mean, we have a cooling system. You cannot see it, but I have it inside, and we have a cooler that puts cold water through my body. So, but it's fun.
I'm predicting a big win for you today. We're going to watch. I think the Duquesne car with Sergio is going to win this thing today.
Absolutely.
What do you think? I mean, if I was betting, I would say we're going to win. Sergio, good luck to you today, buddy.
Thank you for coming by, man.
Good luck. Stay safe, of course. Try to stay cool in there if you could. And do yourself a favor. Check out Duquesne today. Welcome back to the show. I just got asked during the break, where can I buy a house for under $200,000? And I thought the answer was probably going to be nowhere, maybe Alaska, you know, with like no power or anything. Not true. Ocala. You can still buy a house for under $200,000 in Ocala. If you don't believe me, ask my good friend Elisha Lopez, Ocala Realty World. Is that true?
Yes, it actually is.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Under 200 grand for a home is almost unheard of in the state of Florida at this point. And you're still seeing house values in Ocala less than the regular part of Orlando here. And you have a listing right here. This one's under $300,000. Tell me about Southwest 130th.
So it's $294,800.
This one has a little secret though, which is pretty important if you think about it.
So with inflation, with the just cost of life continuing to rise, it has solar power. So it's $132 a month. The solar contract is transferable to the new owner at no additional charges, and you have absolutely no electric bill whatsoever. So you can plan your expenses every month at $132.
Yeah, getting rid of the electricity bill is huge. I mean, we're talking about in the summer months can be $200, $300, $400 depending on where you live. And the solar's already there. It's already installed, you know, and to get rid of the electricity bill is pretty amazing. She's working on so many things in Ocala. You have no idea. Whether you are looking to transition to a slower pace in life, she has businesses that she can show you. You want to buy a house for your family to live in that you can afford, she has houses to show you. You want to buy some real estate to invest in real estate. Maybe you want to flip them. Maybe you want to do a little rehab. maybe you want to hold on to them and rent them. Elisha has so many different things that she can show you throughout Ocala, throughout Marion County, and really the whole northern part of Florida there, which is somewhat untapped by us scoundrels down here in Orlando, but I think more and more people are finding out about it. If you want to learn about investing in real estate in northern Florida, the QR code is on the screen right now. I'll connect you with Elisha Lopez immediately. You're up to so many things right now. It really feels like things are booming. What are you doing?
Well, with my 25 years of experience in the industry.
Yeah, don't worry. Someone earlier was had 40 years, so it's fine.
Yeah,
it's actually
I'll
next
be there
week.
one day. Yeah. But in just dealing with all types of real estate, because a lot of times like the niche, and yes, you have a niche, but you've got residential, and then there's first-time home buyers, move-up buyers, there's commercial selling businesses. So all these years of experience, all the years of being a broker, and 20 years of being in Marion County has gifted me with so much experience that I could help everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a listing yourself, you have so many agents that work for you as well, and the camaraderie there at Ocala Realty World is pretty amazing, I must say. How important do you think for your buyers and sellers, your relationships, the relationships that you've built in 20 years in Ocala, how important is that?
It's the most important because meeting people where they're at, it allows you to be able to understand their situation and where they're coming from. And when you've removed resistance, you've brought people's guard down because they know that you actually care about their situation and what happens to them and their family. I mean, that's huge. Yeah.
I think it's very fascinating to me, the real estate world in Ocala, because it's all over the place. We have horse farms, we have vacant land that big developers are coming in to buy up now. You've got regular houses, but without very many HOAs. It's different. Ocala is a little bit different than Orlando, certainly than Miami. How is it different?
There's something for everybody, because those that are looking for more quiet, getting away from like the hustle and bustle, well, then it obviously checks that box. But the equestrian community, outdoors, there's lots of trails, biking, zip lining that we still haven't done yet. But we will soon.
We keep threatening.
Yes, but it's just a lot of rolling hills, the scenery. There's just so many great things, and there's so many people moving from the big city, so they're bringing their culture with them. And one of the really cool things that's coming up is there's like with food trucks, this like whole food truck complex that's going to have food trucks, obviously of all different nationalities, and I know that the Food Network will be there filming a TV show. So for that to happen, it says a lot of what's going on in our area.
Sure does. I was watching the Olympics. I saw one of the equestrian people were from Ocala right there, because it's a huge, huge horse community. There's one place to turn, and let me tell you, even if you've never been a real estate investor, you've got to look up in the northern Florida area. It's pretty soon, in the next couple of years, I think it'll be saturated as well. But right now, there are still deals to be had. You feel priced out of investing here in Orlando or Winter Park, Lake Mary. If you look at Ocala, through Ocala Realty World, you're going to find some things that you can afford to buy, flip, and really work on your investment skills. Elisha Lopez, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. QR code on the screen for her right now, or call 407-205-0400. Thank you to all of our guests today, our amazing crew back in the control room. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.